Look at your kitchen pantry right now. You probably think the groceries inside are keeping you nourished and energized, but the terrifying reality is that some of your favorite daily meals are actively destroying your collagen, rusting your blood vessels, and fast forwarding your biological clock. You are unknowingly eating yourself older. Every single bite of these 10 specific foods acts like a fast forward button on your body's decay, stiffening your joints, thinning your skin, and draining your energy long before your time. You might think your daily aches, sudden fatigue, and new wrinkles are simply father time catching up with you. But the real culprit is sitting right on your dinner plate, quietly robbing you of your most vibrant years. The hidden danger behind this rapid aging is a biological process that creates advanced glycation end-products. In the scientific community, we call them AGEs for short, and the name could not be more fitting. When these specific foods break down in your body, they trigger systemic inflammation and create these AGEs, which literally bind to your collagen, your elastin, and your cells. They stiffen your tissues from the inside out, making your skin sag while making your joints ache with every movement. It is not just about wrinkles, it is about your mobility, your brain fog, and your independence. But do not worry, because we are going to fix this together today. I'm going to walk you through the top 10 foods that are secretly accelerating your aging process. And more importantly, I will give you simple, delicious swaps for every single one of them so you can stop the damage, rebuild your everlasting strength, and take your power back. Before we dive into this critical list, consider subscribing to our community if you want to keep learning how to protect your vitality, because we share the kind of science-backed senior health tips that mainstream advice often overlooks. And please let me know in the comments right now, where are you watching from today? We have a beautiful, growing global community here, and I always love seeing where you are tuning in from. The very first food we need to address on our list is sugary beverages. And this includes everything from your favorite sodas to those sweetened iced teas and supposed energy drinks. You might think a cold soda is just a harmless treat on a warm afternoon or a little pick-me-up when your energy dips. But on a cellular level, it is an absolute disaster for your youth. Drinking liquid sugar causes an immediate and massive spike in your blood glucose, which overwhelms your liver and triggers a massive inflammatory response. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Public Health analyzed data from over 5,000 adults and found that drinking just one 20-ounce sugar-sweetened soda a day was associated with an additional 4.6 years of cellular aging, specifically by shortening the telomeres at the ends of your DNA. Telomeres are like the little plastic caps at the end of your shoelaces, and when they burn away, your cells cannot reproduce healthily, leading to rapid aging and a compromised immune system. Imagine your healthy, vibrant cells shrinking and withering away like a deflating balloon every time you take a sip of that sweet drink. Instead of reaching for that soda when you are thirsty, try swapping it out for sparkling water infused with fresh lemon cucumber or a sprig of mint. You still get that satisfying carbonation and flavor, but without the toxic sugar bomb that degrades your DNA. Moving right along to the second item on our list, we have to talk about processed meats. We all grew up eating hot dogs, bologna, salami, and crispy bacon for breakfast. They are convenient, they are nostalgic, and they are incredibly tasty, especially when cooking a large meal feels like too much work for your aching hands. However, these meats undergo heavy processing that involves smoking, curing, and the addition of chemical preservatives like sodium nitrate and nitrite. When these chemicals enter your digestive tract, they create reactive compounds that damage your delicate tissues and ramp up oxidative stress. A comprehensive study from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health revealed that individuals who consumed processed meats regularly had a significantly higher risk of premature mortality and cellular degradation, noting a 20% increased risk of heart disease and a 16% increased risk of cancer for every 50 grams consumed daily. That is just one single hot dog or a few strips of bacon. Think of these chemical preservatives acting like a toxic embalming fluid that stiffens your blood vessels and chokes the oxygen right out of your skin, leaving you looking pale and feeling lethargic. If you love savory meats, You do not have to give them up entirely to maintain your prime health. Swap those heavily processed deli meats for fresh, pasture-raised poultry, wild-caught salmon, or organic, uncured cuts of meat that you roast yourself at home. Your joints and your heart will thank you for making the switch. Our third aging culprit is one that has been heavily debated over the decades, and that is margarine and artificial trans fats. For years, we were told by well-meaning folks to ditch butter and use margarine because it was supposedly better for our hearts. That turned out to be a massive scientific mistake. Margarine is often packed with partially hydrogenated oils, which are synthetic trans fats created in a laboratory. These artificial fats are notoriously difficult for your human body to break down. They embed themselves in your cell membranes, making them rigid instead of fluid, which disrupts how your cells communicate, clear out waste, and receive life-giving nutrients. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that higher consumption of trans fats is linked to a massive increase in systemic inflammation markers, particularly C-reactive protein, which directly accelerates skin aging, joint stiffness, and cardiovascular decline. Picture this artificial fat like a layer of cheap, hard plastic coating the inside of your delicate arteries and your skin cells, blocking any vital moisture or nutrients from getting in. It is time to throw the margarine in the trash right now. Swap it out for natural, healthy fats like grass-fed butter, ghee, or high-quality extra virgin olive oil. These natural fats actually lubricate your joints, support your aging brain, and give your skin a beautiful, natural, youthful glow. Next up, the fourth food accelerating your biological clock is deep fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, and fried fish are the ultimate comfort foods, especially when we are dining out or looking for a quick, satisfying meal that we do not have to prepare ourselves. But the commercial frying process is an aging nightmare. When you submerge starchy or protein-rich foods in boiling oil at extremely high temperatures, it creates a massive explosion of those advanced glycation end products we talked about earlier. Furthermore, the oils used in restaurants are often reused for days on end, causing them to oxidize and become highly inflammatory poisons. A rigorous study conducted by researchers at the Mount Sinai School of Medicine demonstrated that cutting back on processed and fried foods rich in AGEs significantly reduced markers of inflammation in the blood and restored body's natural cellular defenses in older adults. Every time you eat a plate of deep fried food, imagine you are leaving your delicate skin out to bake in the hot desert sun until it turns into dry, tough leather while simultaneously pouring sand into the gears of your joints. You do not have to give up that wonderful crunch, though. Swap the deep fryer for an air fryer, or simply bake your potatoes and chicken in the oven with a light drizzle of avocado oil and some smoked paprika. You get all of the satisfying crispiness without the terrifying storm of aging chemicals. If you are finding these tips useful so far and you are ready to take control of your health, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up right now. It really helps our community grow, and it lets me know that you are finding value in this conversation. Now, let us move on to the fifth aging accelerator, which is refined carbohydrates. This category includes white bread, breakfast pastries, pizza dough, and regular white pasta. I know exactly how easy it is to grab a piece of white toast in the morning when your mobility is not at its best and you just want something simple to settle your stomach. But refined carbohydrates have been completely stripped of all their natural fiber and vital nutrients during the industrial milling process. Because there is no fiber left to slow down your digestion, these simple carbs convert almost instantly into sugar the moment they hit your bloodstream. This rapid sugar cross-links with the collagen in your skin, breaking it down and causing deep wrinkles, sagging, and a complete loss of elasticity. A compelling study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted that individuals with diets high in refined carbohydrates and high glycemic index foods were significantly more prone to severe skin aging and showed a much higher risk of age-related macular degeneration, which threatens your eyesight. Visualize these sudden sugar spikes as tiny shards of glass scratching the inside of your blood vessels and tearing away at the elastic scaffolding that keeps your face looking firm and youthful. The fix here is wonderfully simple and delicious. Swap your white bread for authentic, long fermented sourdough bread or hearty whole grains like quinoa, buckwheat, and steel cut oats. The natural fermentation process in authentic sourdough actually breaks down the starches beforehand, making it much gentler on your blood sugar, your gut microbiome, and your aging body. The sixth food you need to watch out for is charred or blackened meats. Summer barbecues are a wonderful tradition, and there is nothing quite like the flavor of a steak or a burger, hot off the charcoal grill surrounded by family. But when meat is cooked at very high temperatures to the point of charring or blackening, it undergoes a dangerous chemical reaction. It creates toxic chemicals called heterocyclic amines, or HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. These compounds are highly inflammatory and have been shown to literally mutate your DNA. The National Cancer Institute has clearly documented in their extensive research that high exposure to HCAs and PAHs from charred meats is linked to a rapid breakdown in cellular health and an increased risk of several types of age-related diseases. Imagine these charred, blackened bits acting like tiny smoldering campfires that leave a trail of toxic soot traveling straight into your bloodstream, irritating your organs and aging everything they touch. You can still enjoy your family cookouts with a very simple adjustment. Swap the intense, direct flame grilling for low and slow cooking methods like braising, stewing, or baking. If you absolutely must grill, marinate your meat in lemon juice, garlic, and herbs for at least an hour first. Studies show a good acidic antioxidant-rich marinade can significantly reduce the formation of these aging chemicals by acting as a protective shield for the meat. Bringing us to our seventh item, we absolutely have to discuss high fructose corn syrup and supposed healthy sweeteners like agave nectar. You will find high fructose corn syrup hiding in almost everything these days, from ketchup to salad dressings to packaged senior nutrition shakes. Many people also switch to agave thinking it is a healthy, natural alternative to table sugar. The severe problem is that both of these products are extraordinarily high in concentrated fructose. Unlike glucose, which your whole body and brain can use for immediate energy, fructose can only be processed by your liver. When you flood your liver with liquid fructose, it goes into total overdrive, turning that fructose directly into visceral fat and generating massive amounts of aging free radicals. A fascinating study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that excessive fructose consumption heavily promotes hepatic lipogenesis, which is the creation of a fatty liver and accelerates metabolic aging much faster than other types of sugars. Think of fructose as creating a massive toxic traffic jam right in the center of your liver, causing a backup of toxins that eventually spills out into your bloodstream and your complexion, leaving you looking chronically tired, swollen, and drawn. Do your hardworking liver a massive favor today. Swap out the high fructose syrups and agave for very small amounts of truly natural sweeteners like raw, unfiltered local honey or real 100% pure maple syrup, which actually contain beneficial trace minerals and antioxidants that your body recognizes and can utilize. The eighth habit that heavily accelerates aging is the regular consumption of alcohol. A glass of wine with dinner might seem elegant and relaxing, and we have all heard the persistent rumors that red wine is good for the heart. However, as we journey into our golden years, our liver's natural ability to process toxins slows down significantly. Alcohol is a severe diuretic, meaning it aggressively pulls water out of your cells and dehydrates your entire body from head to toe. It also depletes your body of vitamin A, which is absolutely crucial for cellular renewal and new collagen production. A major, undeniable genetic study from Oxford, Population Health, analyzed over 245,000 people and found a direct causal link between alcohol consumption and the shortening of telomeres, proving that alcohol literally accelerates biological aging at the fundamental DNA level. Imagine your healthy, plump cells acting like a lush sponge that is suddenly being wrung completely dry, leaving them brittle, shriveled, and unable to repair themselves while you sleep. If you want to protect your youth and wake up feeling refreshed instead of stiff, swap your evening alcohol for a comforting mocktail made with tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice naturally boosts your body's own melatonin production for better, deeper sleep. Alternatively, try a low sugar kombucha poured into a nice glass, which gives you a great fizzy texture while actively supporting the good bacteria in your gut. We are almost at the end of our list, and you are doing fantastic. The ninth food that makes you age faster is processed industrial seed oils. I am talking about the cheap oils sitting in clear plastic bottles. Corn oil, soybean oil, canola oil, and sunflower oil. These oils are ubiquitous. They are used in almost every single packaged food, cracker, and cookie in the grocery store. The major issue with these oils is how they are violently manufactured. They are extracted from seeds using extreme high heat, high pressure, and toxic chemical solvents like hexane, which damages and oxidizes the fragile fats long before they even reach the bottle. When you consume oxidized fats, you are essentially swallowing millions of free radicals. A recent groundbreaking study from the University of California, Riverside, showed that soybean oil, one of the most widely consumed cooking oils in the entire world, actually alters gene expression in the brain and the body, leading to significant metabolic dysfunction and accelerated neurological aging. Visualize this oxidized, damaged oil running through your veins like literal liquid rust, corroding your delicate cellular machinery and sparking painful brush fires of inflammation in your aging joints, your heart, and your brain. It is absolutely crucial to clear these out of your pantry to protect your longevity. Swap these harsh industrial seed oils for cold pressed, unrefined, traditional oils. High quality extra virgin olive oil is fantastic for low heat cooking or dressing your salads. And pure avocado oil is a brilliant, highly stable swap for any higher heat cooking or roasting you need to do in the kitchen. If you are still with me, we have made it to the final food, and it is a big one. The 10th culprit on our list is highly processed, high sodium canned soups. Soup is considered the ultimate comfort food, especially when you are recovering from an illness or when you just want a warm, easy meal that does not require standing over the stove for an hour on sore feet. But many commercial canned soups are absolutely loaded with refined chemical sodium just to preserve their shelf life in the warehouse. While our bodies absolutely need some natural sodium to function, this massive sudden influx of cheap salt drastically throws off your body's delicate water balance. It aggressively pulls life-giving moisture away from your skin, your joints, and your vital organs. A detailed study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism demonstrated that high dietary sodium intake significantly increases oxidative stress and causes severe cellular dehydration, leading to increased arterial stiffness and premature vascular aging. Think of a juicy, vibrant, smooth plum being slowly drained of its water until it shrivels into a dry, wrinkled, tough prune. That is exactly what extreme sodium levels do to your skin and your internal cells from the inside out. The good news is that soup is incredibly easy to make well at home. Swap those high sodium, chemical laden canned options for nourishing, homemade bone broth. You can simply simmer leftover bones, some carrots, and celery in a slow cooker overnight with zero physical effort. The resulting broth is absolutely packed with natural collagen, essential amino acids, and bioavailable minerals that actively repair your gut lining, soothe your joints, and plump up your skin, effectively reversing the damage of aging. With every warm sip, let us take a quick deep breath and review what we have learned today, because I know this is a lot of science and information to take in all at once. We talked about replacing those sugary telomere shortening drinks with refreshing lemon water. We discussed swapping out inflammatory processed meats for fresh, wholesome poultry and fish. We learned to throw out the synthetic margarine in favor of nourishing grass-fed butter. And we discovered the importance of baking or air frying our foods instead of deep frying them in oxidized oils. We learned to choose gut-friendly sourdough over blood sugar spiking white bread, to slow cook our meats instead of charring them into toxic compounds. and to avoid dangerous high fructose syrups in favor of small amounts of raw honey. Finally, we discussed the critical importance of cutting back on dehydrating alcohol, ditching those rusting industrial seed oils for pure avocado oil, and replacing salty canned soups with deeply healing homemade bone broth. These are not just dietary restrictions designed to take away your favorite foods. They are powerful, practical tools to build everlasting strength. I want to remind you that your health is entirely in your hands. Getting older does not have to mean a slow, inevitable decline into chronic pain, immobility, and fatigue. You are not a helpless passenger on this journey. You are the driver. Every single meal you sit down to is a brand new opportunity to nourish yourselves, protect your independence, and reclaim your youthful vitality. I know that changing lifelong habits can be challenging, especially when you are dealing with daily aches, stiffness, or limited energy reserves. But I promise you, taking these small, deliberate steps and making these simple grocery swaps will yield incredible dividends for your mobility, your mental clarity, and your vibrant spirit. Knowledge truly is power, and now you have the exact scientific power to slow down and even turn back the biological clock. I would love to hear from you right now. Which of these 10 aging foods surprised you the most today? And which simple swap are you going to try first this week? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read as many as I possibly can. And your commitment to making a change might just inspire someone else in our community to take action for their own health. If you found this information valuable and empowering, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because your prime health is absolutely worth fighting for, and we are going to fight for it together every single week. Remember, your chronological age is just a number on a piece of paper, but your daily vitality is a choice. Make the choice today to fuel your body with love and science, and I will see you in the next video.